Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, the 24th. We are here in the meal planning group to chat about cooking for parties. Typically, I have a beer in my hand, but I have to tell you, the last week and a half has been hell, and I'm exhausted. So I fear if I was drinking a beer, I'd pass out on you guys halfway through the video. We've had the flu, we've had strep, we've had ear infections. It's been a mess. So I have chocolate. Yes, Halloween chocolate. I'm gonna give people some time to come in. We had a lot of new members come, so I'm just gonna explain a little bit about what's happening and why you're watching this weird woman in her basement talk, eating chocolate from October. Once a month, I go live and I chat with you guys about a different topic. The topics were picked by me, kind of picked from common questions that come up in the group. Today we are talking about cooking for parties. I cannot for the life of May is cold dinners, because I don't know about you guys, but my oven heats up my entire top floor, it feels like. So I like to do a lot of cold dinners in May. So we're going to be doing cold dinners in May. I don't know about after that, but irrelevant. Anyway. And then we have the meal planner that people purchase. You'll see them posting pictures of their meals in there. When you guys are here, say hi so I know you're here. I can see there's a couple people. I'm just sharing the video in the event. Don't have a lot of people tonight. I guess nobody wants to talk about cooking for parties. Whatever. That's fine. I don't care. I have an outline ready to go. Again, before we start, I have a bunch of meal planners in stock. I am now offering a coupon code for people in the group. You'll find it in the welcome post. This is an example of the meal planner. And it's got all the pages for 52 weeks, so you are good to go for an entire year or longer if you actually don't do it every week, because life happens, like the flu and strep and all that other crap. Okay, hello everybody saying hi. Big groups, that's what husbands are for. Yeah, my husband does most of the cooking when we have parties. Anyway, so let's start. Let's talk about cooking for parties. You guys that are watching, does anybody have like a yearly party that they do? Like, are you guys in charge of 4th of July, Christmas, whatever? I don't know. We do Memorial Day every year. When we lived in our townhouse and we were looking for a bigger house, we always said that we wanted like one party. Oh my God, I have stains all over my shirt. We always said that we wanted to do like one big party for everybody. So our party is Memorial Day. Hello. Let's see. We have Cecilia, we have Corrine, we have Nicole, we have Patricia. Our party is Memorial Day, which actually happens to fall right around our wedding. So that's kind of fun too. But anyway, so we do Memorial Day every year, and when we started it, we had no plan in place whatsoever, because we came from a 2-bedroom townhouse. We never had parties. We had no idea what we were doing. Each year we would like make plans, and then it would come to the next year and we're like, crap, we don't remember what we did last year. How much beer did we buy? How much food did we buy? Blah, 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 blah. Glad I caught this. My family has decided to converge on my house for my son's graduation, and now I need to feed them. We've come to the right place, Stephanie. So we were just like going about it willy-nilly for like 2 years, and then we finally were like, okay, well, let's write down what we need to do. So we've been starting to write down things to remember for the next year. And so I kind of thought that I would do a printable and a blog post and a video showing you guys how we do it. So yeah, my brain is mush. So anyway, first of all, we can talk about foods. What, for you guys that do have parties, or if you don't have parties and you have ideas, what do you like to serve for parties? I will tell you some of the things that we've done for parties. For my son's first birthday, we did a hot dog bar. That was 5 years ago. We did a hot dog bar. So we just kept the hot dogs for the kids in a crock pot with water. And then we just did like all the, you know, ketchup. Sorry, we're in Chicago, not ketchup. Tomatoes, onions, all the stuff that you would put on hot dogs. And then for the adults, we grilled bratwurst and Italian sausage. So then I would just made the sides for all of those. Huge hit, obviously, because honestly, I've never met a child who doesn't love hot dogs. For my daughter's birthday a couple years ago, we did a taco bar, which is what Cecilia just said. We did a taco bar also. So easy. We just went to the party store and got like a bunch of the like small plastic bowls, and that was our those were your serving dishes, and then just like the plastic spoon. So we did a taco bar recently at my twins' baptism also in January. Smoked meats, which is what we do for Memorial Day. We usually smoke like a couple pork shoulders and then just turn them into like pulled pork sandwiches. So you could, and then you could also get creative and you could make your own barbecue sauces for that. 1 year, I eat ketchup on hot dogs. 1 year we did the pulled pork on the sandwiches. 1 year we made our own barbecue sauces. I'm not sure we'll do that again because we were dummies and it was like the first time that we had done it. We were trying like new recipes, which I do not recommend trying new recipes for a party. It just was kind of a pain in the butt. So we might practice a couple before this one. Last year we did very, very, very minimum because I was pregnant with the twins and we didn't want to take a year off because we felt like if we took a year off, we'd never come back to it. So we, hold on, I'm getting distracted. So we did, we kind of, I think we might do our own barbecue sauce. Anyway, doesn't matter. Pizzas. You could also do make your own pizzas. That's a fun one for kids, and birthday parties. You could do make your own pizzas. That would be good for like a sleepover. Excuse me. Pasta salad bar. I don't know, I've never done it. It just came to me while I was writing the blog post. Someone try that out and let me know how it goes. All right, tips for serving food at a party. Anybody out there? Anybody else want to talk? I don't know. Tips for serving food at a party. We do a lot of prep the day before. So like when we do the pulled pork, so my husband will take the day off of work the day before and we will smoke the pork shoulders the day before. So then the day of, we just kind of warm it up a little bit on the stove in apple juice and water to give it like a little bit of apple flavor, or you could warm it up in like root beer or I don't know, cherry Coke. We've done that before too. Or you could just do water, beef stock, chicken stock, whatever. You just warm it up over the stove with a little bit of liquid. And then, so you do all the smoking and the shredding the day before. And then you, I make my pasta salad the day before. I just don't add the dressing to it yet because then it gets all soggy and gross and it soaks up the dressing. So I do that the morning of. Shortcuts. Oh, and also for the day before. Then you'll have a list of things that you need to do the day of, and then we write down times. Like we'll have a piece of paper and we'll write down times with like, okay, at 11 o'clock we have to start cooking this, and then at noon we have to start doing this, and then at 1 o'clock you have to start doing blah, 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 whatever. So if you write everything down with times, it makes your day go so much smoother. Shortcuts. Shortcuts are okay. I do not make dips. I do not make, I really don't make anything. I pretty much buy desserts. I do not make desserts. Ask people to bring stuff for you. There's no shame in that whatsoever. Anytime someone RSVPs for our party, they're like, what can I bring? And I'm like, cool, this is what you can bring. But keep track of that, because I had a couple years I didn't keep track of it, and we ended up with like my entire dinner table was filled with desserts, which I'm not complaining about because I just ate it all, because I love desserts. But keep track of what you're telling people to bring. My husband and I always pull all-nighters before our parties, which is the worst. We need to try and do things ahead of time. Yeah. So we don't pull all-nighters, but we're probably up until like 10 or 10:30, which for us is super late. So yeah, use your whole day the day before. So shortcuts. We take shortcuts by buying barbecue sauce instead of making our own, ask people to bring dishes, buy packaged dips instead of making your own. Again, there's no shame in buying packaged dips. Don't experiment, like with barbecue sauces. There's a time and place for trying new things. Cooking for 50 people is not the time and place for trying new things. I do not recommend trying new things. Practice before, totally cool, which I think is what we're going to do this year. My husband doesn't know yet that I want to do barbecue sauces again, so I'll find out later. Make more than you think you need. I don't really have a formula on like how many people equals how much pounds of meat. That's something that I use my tracking sheets for, and we just kind of go from there. So like if we bought 4 pork shoulders one year and 25 people showed up, then, you know, we just kind of do the math from there, and then we base that off of for next year when we're buying the meat for the next year. But always make more than you think, because you'll have leftovers. We'll keep the leftovers. I'll sometimes send some home with my parents, send some home with my husband's dad, whatever. I have to make a note. So, always make more. It's better to have too much than not enough. When we had the boys' baptism, I did a taco bar and we ran out of ground beef, and so I was like panicking that people didn't get everything that they wanted. Use a crock pot. Like I said, we did that with the hot dogs. We kept them in hot water. So use your crock pot for anything that you can keep things warm, so that you will know so you won't have your stove on all day, like you won't have things warming up on your stove. Use your crock pot, use small crock pots, use those, the disposable trays, like the Sternos or whatever. Party Store has those, the dollar store has them. We use those a lot. And then you can just throw them away and you don't have to store them for the next year, because that's annoying too. Kathy will know how much protein per person. I think she helped me when I was trying to figure out how much meat to do for the boys' baptism. Plan ahead, which is the whole point behind this video, right? What I did do, best thing I ever got was a 3-compartment food warmer. I actually have been thinking about getting one. Where did you get yours? Amazon, probably. If you're anything like me, you got it on Amazon. I get freaking everything on Amazon. I have been thinking about getting one of those also, and since we do the party every year, it might be worth it. I did a printable for you guys because obviously, it is all of these tips and tricks, which I can't find because, again, obviously, because I'm a hot mess. Amazon, see? Duh. I mean, is there any other place to get things besides Amazon and Target? Okay, I can't find the sheet, but it has all of the tips and tricks on it, and then also I have for you this party detail planner. So it has party details, the date of the party, your final RSVP, and then how many you're going to plan for. I always have to end up tracking people down, and I always feel like someone always shows up that said they weren't coming, or lots of people said that they were coming and didn't show up, or the other way around. But so I always add like a couple extra families on here, just in case, and then plus the leftovers. And then, so this is your planners. So you're going to put down the main dishes that you need. You're going to put down your fruit dishes, your veggie dishes, your desserts, your appetizers, your drinks, because important, and the guest contributions. So who's bringing what? So if someone texts you an RSVPs and you tell them to bring a dessert, you can write that in there. I highly recommend you keep track of those things, because otherwise you're just going to be like me and hot mess, and nobody wants that. I also have on there a whole other slew of forms here that I made that are up on Etsy, that you can purchase, and you can do the rest of them. But once you purchase it once, it's yours for life. So you can print it out 100 times if you want, but don't print it out 100 times and give it to other people. It's yours. So it has a grocery list. So after you make your menu, you make your grocery list. It has a prep list for the night and day before. So what dish is it, what prep is needed, and then what time are you going to start it. Your day of prep, what dish it is, what is your prep needed, and the time to start it. This one is super important because I feel like we have 15 different times laying around the house. Your day of tests. So these are like last minute errands, to-do lists the day of. So like, shit, did you forget hot dog buns? You have to go around and get some hot dog buns. So you're going to make a list here of, the food that you need, so then this is categorized. Food, anything the day of stuff, setup and decor. So like, bring up the coolers, go buy ice, whatever. Errands, anything else that you need to pick up, any, tablecloths, napkins, forks, knives, spoons, things that you typically will forget, and then other, so anything else. So like we have a moon bounce that comes, so I just like to make a note that the moon, like what time the moon bounce is coming, so I'm not like constantly checking my email to see what time they're coming, because that always happens. Notes for next year. So this is the important things that you're going to remember for next year that I always forget but need to do. So there's just like a spot for you to make notes. Excuse me. And then if you are a budgeter, you can keep track of spending here. I think you guys can't see that because of the comments. So you guys can keep track of spending here. So the store that you went to, how much did you spend, your total amount, if you like to keep track of that every year, and then the total number of guests that did end up coming, so you know who not to invite the next year. Totally kidding. And then this is the important times for the day of, so your time and the task. So 9 o'clock bounce house comes, and then at 2 o'clock you need to add the dressing to the pasta or whatever. I just keep going back to that pasta salad, whatever. And then just the link to the rest of the stuff. So that link I will put in the description, and I will also put in the description the link to the blog post that outlines everything, and where you can get the freebie printable. If you're on the email list, you're going to get the freebie printable Friday, because it's going to come in your email, because I'm going to send you that, because I always like to follow up and send you guys stuff. I don't send you guys too much because I don't have time for that shit. Sorry. Anyway, hope everyone had a great night. Next month will be the last Wednesday of the month, and we will be talking about cold dinners, which, like I said in the beginning when I was rambling, I'm super excited for that one because we just don't do cold dinners in my house, and it feels like it's 100 degrees and my oven is on. So, hope everyone has a great, fabulous night, rest of the week. We're so close to Friday. And we'll talk to you soon. See you around. Bye.